All right, Chelsea.
Yes.
So you currently live in New York?
Yes. Yeah, so I'm living in New York right now in Brooklyn. So I work for Milk Makeup and I am the influencer engagement manager. So I facilitate relationships between influencers and our brand and keep the relationships alive. If they ever need anything, they just want someone to talk to, or they have like a really cool creative concept, they'd come to me and then I'd facilitate that from them through the brand.
Oh, gotcha. Because it's funny, when I went into that FaceTime chat with you,
Yeah.
I was like, I know her from YouTube. So how long have you had your YouTube?
Yeah, I've had my YouTube for 5 years. So I started back technically when I was in high school, and then I got to college and I was like, this is too much between like 21 and a half credits and this. So I quit, and then as I graduated college, I was like, wait, no, I still like, really love this. Because I was watching YouTube kind of like it was TV, like that's how much I was watching it. And then I was just like, I need to get back into this. I have like things to say, and I think because of the way I look, and I think I could attract people who were like me or are interested in the same things that I'm interested in. So I started back up again, and slowly but surely building up.
Do you see yourself doing this like in 5 years from now, or?
I think so. I mean, that depends. I feel like on like the YouTube trend. Like, will YouTube even be a thing in 5 years? I don't know. But I love filming, and I love the idea of what advice to like young girls or guys could do, and like how that could change your life. And I want to always like be around and be that helpful hand. So if it's on YouTube, awesome. If it's on another platform, great. Like, I'll definitely explore that. But if YouTube's around in 5 years, yeah, I'd love to definitely still be on it.
Why YouTube instead of like blogging, like writing out?
Yeah. Well, I had a website. I think it's like I canceled the subscription now. But I started writing. I was like, no, I don't like it. I think your voice and like your timbre and like your body movements, like that also attracts people too. Like the physicality of like being on a screen and people literally get to see you versus just the words that you write down on a piece of paper or on a website is so much more meaningful, at least for me. And I want to connect as, visually as much as I can with other people, and stimulate that kind of reaction through visuals.
Say that you're just starting out.
Right.
What would you tell yourself, or what kind of advice would you give yourself?
I'd say don't rush. Don't try to be like anyone else. Like, your video is not supposed to look like someone else's video. And really take time to educate yourself on lighting, on your editing tools. Also, just on products. Like, if you're filming about makeup, know the makeup, know what's in it. Like, people want to know everything that has to do with whatever you're filming about, right? So yeah, like, know like the systems that you're gonna use, know the lighting, have good audio, like watch every YouTube video possible that says like, this is how you can help your YouTube channel. Watch that, you know what I mean? And I think I got really excited and just wanted to film, and I didn't know a lot of the nuances that kind of went into like all this background stuff. Like, fill light, what that even meant. And f-stop, I barely knew what an f-stop was. Like, I took photography in high school, but let's be real, it's high school, so no one paid attention to anything. Now's the time to pay attention. So like, learn all those things, learn about your camera, like sit and actually play with it, and fiddle with it and learn how it works, so you don't have to like wonder why something's blurry or why something's out of focus, and really can get the best content possible.
So on your channel, you do mostly like beauty related content, yeah?
Yeah, beauty, hair. Yeah.
Where do you see like it moving? Do you think you'll continue to do that? Do you think you'll introduce some lifestyle stuff in there?
Well, that's the thing is like, I'm not just like just beauty, because I think there's definitely a segment where you have like the fashion kids, lifestyle videos, and like they're doing a lot of lookbooks and what I wear all week, whatever. And then like you do have like the very serious like beauty makeup artist side. There's rarely, I think, a blend of both. Who's someone who's like extremely knowledgeable and very strong in the artistry and makeup, as well as also killing it in fashion. Like, I really just don't think there's like too much of that. I think I could do that for sure, because I mean, I went to school for fashion. That's like my bread and butter, and I know it, like that's what I know. Makeup was always a love, but it was kind of like a side love, if that makes sense. So I definitely want to start introducing more lookbooks and like I have a lot of friends who are designers, like going to their showrooms and like really sitting with them and like, where did this collection come from and why? And I do Fashion Week every single season.
Yeah.
You know, like I want to integrate that because I think as a city kid, like makeup and fashion and like that's all a part of our lives every day. It's not one or the other. It's who you are and that makes who you are, you know.
Wait, so you went to school for fashion and you ended up working in a makeup?
Yeah. I don't know. I think I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do in beauty. Always loved it. Yeah, I'm not the kind of person who's like going to sit in a science class. Yeah. And like learn every component and like the genetics and science behind it. I'm not that person. I am a little bit more front facing with it. Like, you made it and I love it. I'm just trying to put it on my face. You know what I mean? Like, I want to know how things are made, but I don't want to sit and like actually create them right now. Or at least back then I wasn't. And then for me, fashion was second nature. Like, I worked with Teen Vogue when I was like 17 years old. Like, I did like a lot of things. Yeah. And like I created my first like advertising campaign and it was in a magazine when I was 17. So like I've known fashion and it's, my mom was into fashion when she was young. It's just in my blood. Went to FIT and my major was fashion business management with a minor in Spanish. So I wanted to learn the basis of the actual business, the math behind it and how businesses are run. But yeah, I still had a chance to look at the creative of it and understand branding and understand like the concept and where that came from. Flipping that script and then going to makeup was like, okay, I love this thing. I love fashion, but I don't want to design. And I don't want to be a buyer. And so I was like, okay, those are kind of like the two things that you do in fashion because social media wasn't really like taking off as much as it was then years ago when I was in college. And then makeup has always been there. It's always been the same. The business is generally is the same. You know what I mean? Like you have your models or you do have like influencers. Even then you had influencers. And all I knew is I wanted to create and I wanted to use my face as my canvas. So I just kind of fell into it, and people like would always ask like, could you just do my makeup from like my sister's prom, and can you do my makeup for my wedding? And I've just been doing bridal work for a long time, so it just kind of made sense.
So it just fell into place. That's so cool.
Yeah. I think for anyone who's like curious about like either fashion industry or beauty industry, like be your own person, be confident in who you are and what you do, and like you as a person are so important and you're gonna affect everybody around you as long as you're confident in who you are.
Yeah.
And don't let anyone else like kind of convince you that you should be anyone else.
Did you do a lot of internships like out of
Yeah, so I've been interning. I interned every single semester starting my first year at school. So I did either 1 or 2 internships and then worked. Yeah, like it's just like I was raised that you have to work nonstop. Like, you know, you have to kill it, and you know, you should always be busy and try everything as much as you can. So it's like college, I maxed out every single semester, so that way my last semester I only had 3 classes, but I was also working 2 jobs and had an internship my last semester. So it's like I'm always doing something and trying something different. I modeled and I sing and I just do everything. Like I want to do everything and dip my toes and everything. And I think because I did that, I know like I hate that. I don't ever want to do that again. Right? Or be like, yo, I love that. I'm trying to get a little bit more into that. You know, like you don't know unless you try. So just try everything and then you'll figure out what you're definitely not good at. And then maybe a few things you're like, okay, I'm like, yeah, not that.
It's nice.
Yeah.
You guys have to subscribe to
That'd be so great. Join the fam, man.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Bye, guys.